Hello. So I just wanted to come on real quick and talk about the huge controversy that has erupted after today's show with Frank Jacob, the Naked Truth show that we co-host. We do it periodically. And, I hope the quality of the live stream is good enough. I don't have really great reception here. But anyways, so Frank Jacob and I discussed a lot of subjects today, and one of them was geoengineering, weather manipulation, weather control, and chemtrails. And so when we talked about it, Frank Jacob talked about this guy called Jim Lee that he had found, and I remembered later that I'd heard of Jim Lee before, but anyways, that gives a different explanation for the phenomenon in the sky and how the fuel has been changed in 1997. And basically what I was very surprised by was that people interpreted what Frank said as that he does not, or that he says chemtrails don't exist, and that such geoengineering programs are not taking place. First off, that's not what I heard in the conversation at all. If anything, Frank suggested that the entire technology behind it, or the way that they're doing it, might be more sinister. It doesn't really matter. What strikes me is the many comments that are attacking both me and Frank for discussing it in this way. And here's what I want to say. A, when we have guests on Inspired, that doesn't automatically mean that what our guests say we're always in agreement with. Their opinions, their research might be different from ours, and their findings might be different from ours. I actually think it's very healthy to discuss things from different perspectives. Otherwise, you just live in an echo chamber. Now, what my view is on chemtrails is, number one, chemtrails is just a name that we as a research group gave it quite some time ago, collectively. And yeah, they're 100% real. They're 100% changing the atmosphere. They're poisoning the soil. I mean, we've found evidence for this a long time ago, and that's been going on. I don't necessarily agree with the perspective so far that Frank has presented on the jet fuel, that there are no specifically equipped planes that carry certain chemicals that come out and that spray it specifically for that purpose. But I'm not opposed to listening to it and entertaining the possibility that there might be more than one thing going on, or two, or three, or four. There's more likely many programs going on, and I would say that we only know about a fraction of them because that's the nature of the game. So, if we are not willing to leave the echo chambers and think we know it all, and think we've already figured it all out, and we're not willing to discuss things and talk to each other and find expansion in our thinking, we'll never solve this. We'll never solve this. Not just this thing, but all of them. You have to be willing to scrutinize your own perspective. You have to be willing to question your own confirmation biases. And actually, quite often, when new data emerges or new evidence emerges, we have to question that. But then, if it doesn't stand up, right, if what Frank said, if that doesn't stand up to scrutiny, well, then so be it. So we've discovered something, we've explored something, and then we can say, okay, we've been there, done that, that's not true. That's okay. I think it takes bravery, and I think it takes an open mind to go and look at things from different perspectives, and that's what we need to do, friends. And as long as someone doesn't give me a reason to distrust their intentions, I will listen. And we've had God knows how many conversations with Frank. He's turned into a friend. He is a pro-humanity researcher. He is a pro-consciousness, pro-creation researcher. And I'm sure, just like me and just like all the others, every now and then he might get it wrong. So what? So what? That's, first of all, a great sign of intelligence, is to be able to say, oh, I got this one wrong. I have more information now. And to admit it openly too. But also to go and be brave enough to explore different ideas. And that's what we truly need to do. Otherwise, so many subjects would have never been uncovered. And that's what it means to be a researcher. You have to entertain opposing views. You have to oppose yourself. You have to play the devil's advocate and put everything that you assume under a microscope and see whether it stands up to that test. All right? That's it. That's all there is, my friends. This is how we've come so far, and this is how we're going to get all the way to where we're going. Alrighty. Thanks so much. We love you. We appreciate you. And we will be back with you again very, very soon.